E-Digits. Lock 'em in for more information, recreation, and guaranteed fun. KCAA.
Welcome to News That Rocks now on NBC KCAA Radio, 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, where your story could be told.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to News That Rocks right here on KCAA Radio, 1050 AM and 106.5 FM. Today, I'm going to introduce two artists. We could say artists because they are artists. We're going to introduce Princess. You go by Princess P, right?
Yes.
And you go by DJ
Swizzy Swift.
Or
There you go,
Swizzy
guys.
Swift. Just Swizzy Swift.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna start. I'm probably gonna ask you guys the same questions for both of you.
Okay.
When did you first realize? First, let's start with the introduction. Who's Princess P, and who's how do you? Yeah, you could tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, Princess P, like, I started off with music when I was, like, in middle school. I mean, it was more elementary, middle school type. And then I started writing music, and one time I introduced it to one of my friends, and he laughed because I wrote a big paragraph. I didn't know what was 16 bars or nothing. So I introduced it to him, and he told me to just make it into my reality and start recording it. But I didn't get a name first. Like, I didn't even think about what do I go by and nothing until years later. Once I hit high school, that's when I started going by Princess P because there was a girl with the same name as me.
Yeah.
So her last name happened to be with the M, as my last name was with an M. So I was like, I don't want to be called Priscilla number 2.
Priscilla number
So I was like, or A. I was like, no, my name. And then one day it just came out of the bloom, and I'm like, just call me Princess P. I'm like, or just call me Princess. And then everybody started calling me that, and even the teachers would call me that. And I was just like, what? Because it was another girl named Priscilla. So they didn't want to call me 2 or anything like that, and then they couldn't say Priscilla M because we both. So then that's how I started adapting the Princess. And then I just, years later, added the P for my name.
What about you?
Well, I've had my name since about the first grade.
And how do you say your name? That way the listeners could know. How do you say your name? DJ
It's DJ Swizzy.
Swishy?
Swizzy Swift, like Swizz Beats, Swizzy.
Yeah. I know.
Swizzy Swift.
And you're the one behind the productions, right? You do a little, or some of the productions of the.
I'm the one behind all the productions, all the engineering, videography, performances. That's all me.
Yeah,
Let's give them credit too, right? Here.
Yes.
Let's give them credit too.
definitely.
And then just like, oh, the TV. What? What's going on? Oh, like 10 minutes or what? Oh, like this?
Get closer.
Like this? Closer? All right. It's because my microphone was messing up a little bit.
All
Sorry,
right,
guys.
Here we go.
Is it better?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, it's a little better. He said, just look at the screen.
Okay, no worries.
All right, guys. That is my engineer, Joe. He's doing a good job right here, but I'm the one that's doing a bad job. We're just kidding right here. But yeah, back to the interview. Priscilla. Well, we're gonna call you Princess P right here.
You can call
Princess.
me.
You can call me. She's all humble. I like
I'm
that. Hell
like,
yeah.
I don't
like
care.
that.
I don't care.
That's what's up.
I've
man.
always been like that, humble. So I don't get mad like some people.
She's
Like,
all,
"No, don't call me that."
She's all, I don't mind if you say my government name.
Yeah,
She's all like that.
I don't know
She's all
anything.
like that.
So yeah.
She's all like that. That's cool. It's crazy because I started as OPN my initials, and then I realized, you know what? People already find out what my name and everything. You know, Google when you Google and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go by my real name. I went like that. I'm just gonna go by my real name. It's easier to find
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You build your own character, and then when you get a little older, you be like, I'm too old for that. Like in my opinion, like for me, but I'm too old for that character because I used to be that wild character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
But then I was like, whatever.
Whatever. It don't matter.
It don't matter, yeah. So you have a new music coming to us as well, right?
Yes, I'm currently working on an album, my third album. It's gonna be called Cali's Most Finest. That one's gonna have a mix of everything from G-Funk to R&B to pop record. I'm currently working on a pop record. I'm doing more of a versatile for this album. I've also worked on reggaeton too. So you're going to expect everything for this album, and I don't want to put a date on it because or a stamp on it yet because it's something that's going to be bigger than what I've done before.
We originally had it for last year, but because of new creative ideas and stuff, that's why we
Yeah.
pushed it out. And yeah, we didn't want to put too much of a timeline on it. But yeah, we're in the near future. It'll be released in the near future.
Yeah.
And do you guys still use that MPC, that classic MPC to make the beats?
No.
No, you guys don't do that. That's a
No.
secret. That's a secret. That's
Yes.
the producers always have their own secret of producing a track or something like that. So sometimes they don't want to reveal it. That's just how it works. Because it's like the talk box. The talk box when Roger had it, Seth Rogers had it. He had his own unique sound, and he's like, oh, we done.
Yeah.
And he took it to the grave with him.
I mean, I give away some of my secrets. Like I work at a refinery, so
Yeah.
I hear all different noises, and
Right.
I'll actually record some of the noises in my phone, and then I'll go back into the lab, and I'm like, just hit this, let me change this, it is, and then that's how a lot of these beats come to life is through mechanical engineering, pretty much, pumps, compressors, stuff in the refinery.
Right. Princess P.
Yes.
We're gonna teach you like yes.
Yes. Like it's cool. Hey, that's
The rapper. We're gonna talk about your character, Princess P. What kind of style, or do you consider? How do you say that? Like, what kind of music style do you prefer, or you don't, or you're just like you just love music? You're down to do, whatever.
Well, when I first started, I started with hip hop. That
Okay.
was like my go-to was hip hop. Like I listened to all the underground when I first started. I listened to like Immortal Technique, a lot of like KRS-One, Nas. I listened to a variety of like hip hop. So hip hop was my main thing. But then as years went by, I wanted to expand and do different things, especially having friends from like different cultures and like some Puerto Rican, some Dominican. They were like, hey, you would sound good on a reggaeton. You should try it out. So when I first tried it out, they really loved it. So I just continued going. Of course, I know our Spanish lingo is different, but
Right.
they still understood and they were still able to.
The Latino culture,
yeah.
or Hispanics as they want to call it, or
Yeah.
yeah.
And they connected to it. So I continued going with it. And I just I had myself always in a box of being a hip hop or rapper. But then I said, no, I want to expand to different things. So I would say I have fun with it, with all genres. And right now, especially the one I'm having a lot of fun with, believe it or not, is pop. So I'm kind of doing like, I'm getting into my like Sabrina Carpenter thing. So I'm kind of like in the zone, bubbly, trying to do different things because I also want to have fun with it. And it is about having fun because if I think too much about it, I'm not going to have fun. And then I'm going to want to just stop right then and there.
That is correct. Sometimes you're just like playing around, and then like sometimes you're just playing around. Let's say in an MPC, and then you're like, oh, I came out with a beat. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes the rapper will like, wait, I like how that's sounding. Let's try to work that out. And then that's when the producer comes and
See, and that's actually how we got one of her songs, "Grind Time."
Yeah.
That's actually how, because like I said,
Ooh, that one
I
was-
get inspiration from environmental stuff,
Right.
And then so I'm putting this beat together, and she goes, "Yo, this is tight."
And
And
then
then let me write to this. I'm like, it's not even done. I barely got the drums down.
And then when he got it done, like I was listening to as he was going, and when he got it done, I'm like, I'm ready to record. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to record.
Like, I'm not even done with the mix
In
yet.
my mind, I was like, and then even coming up with the concept, the hook and everything, he was like, what? And I just started telling him the hook and the ideas, and we put it together, and then we made Grind Time.
that's what's up. And where can they find Grind Time, right?
They could find all my music on all platforms. My music's on all platforms. If you go to my Instagram, I am Queen P _, and then you hit the link in my bio, you will find everything on there. My YouTube, Spotify, you name it. You'll find it all on there. Pandora, whatever, whoever listen, I don't know. But you'll find my music on all platforms.
And we're gonna go back to the productions as well. The productions, as many people say, but they copy. Copy's not copy. Hip. If you know where hip hop came from, rap came from, the beats,
Exactly.
they got samples. They used
Oh
to
yeah,
use
it was all
samples.
sampled from funk.
They used to use some samples from Sapp and Rogers, even Brenton Woods,
George Clinton.
George Clinton. Yeah, they used to do all that. So that's what hip hop is. Like we didn't know how to play instruments. I say we because I do the same thing. Like we didn't know how to use
Exactly.
instruments. So we were like, you know what? Let's see what we could do with the samples.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I need this
Definitely.
drum piece right here. Maybe I need this vocals right here.
Exactly.
And also, what do you think? Is there a love jam coming? Because I love jams.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
He's actually like, "What are you getting me into?" And I'm like, "Just follow the lead." So I'm
I'm
working.
an energetic guy. I like
Right.
energy.
Yeah, we're
that's a
we're
whole
working on
new
everything.
atmosphere for me.
So
Yeah.
the song is I kind of had a title with it, and he was just like, "Bruh." I said it's gonna be called Love. He's like, "Okay, well," but you know, we're as we time goes and we start recording it, we'll figure it out. We'll probably keep it that name or change it.
We also in a new generation where I know no, they
He's
tell
like
me
looking at me like-
I'm 36 too. Like they tell me the same thing. Like, cause I'm so like that gangster rap. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the NWA kind of stuff.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on.
You know, we grew up with that, and then but we sometimes like we be like, okay, let's give the new generation deserves to hear. We want to adapt to the new generation as well because we want to.
Exactly.
We don't want them to go through where we went through. You know what I mean? Where they. You know what I mean? Maybe we can say it on the radio, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
If you know, you know. If
Yes.
you know, you know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If you know,
We'll
you
just
know.
keep it like that.
Yeah, if you know,
Like
you know.
growing up, I listened to Eminem. My mom was like, "No, turn it off." My mom, you know, Hispanic household. She knew
Right.
Spanish, you know, but she would still be like, "No, está hablando de su mamá."
He's talking about his mom. Yeah, what she said right now.
She's all like, he's talking about his mom. Turn it down, turn it down. And I'm like, "Mom, relax." So I would still sneak it in with my brother, listen to Eminem.
But a lot of people didn't understand. These people said stories. They talk about stories.
He talked about a lot of stuff. So I connected with that story because when I was going through something, I did a song called My Life, and it was kind of hard for me to record.
Right.
Because it was talking about what I went through, my trauma, bullying, and that was something that it was hard for me to record that song. Out of all my other songs that I've recorded, that one was the worst for me because of what happened and then the pain and everything, but I got through it.
Have you ever, speaking of bullying, have you ever went to your high school bully and then he came up to you and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I was a little kid. I was you know what I mean?
It is what it is. I moved
You'd probably
on.
be like, I'm gonna beat you.
No. I moved forward because I'm now being a mom and just I moved forward. And it was just like I tell people not everyone can move forward from it, but I moved forward from it
I did.
because I
I did.
You did.
I'm like, I did, brother.
I did too, but it's like I just want that message out to people. So that was like more of me being vulnerable, but I'm also looking to do another part of that, like more too, like storytelling, because people need to hear it. Because if I didn't get the word of God, I don't think
Amen to
I'm
that.
not telling anybody I wouldn't be telling my stories. I wouldn't be coming to interviews. I wouldn't continue music. Because honestly, he was a testament to me, and he told me that I had to continue going and doing what I had to do. And I continued going, and I was like, he's right. He's the only one that can stop everything or have you continue going. And it wasn't my time. So I knew that I had to be here and give my story and what happened. So, yeah.
There's always that one the first time when you first come in, we don't want this, dude. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Exactly.
But then there's somebody that gives you an opportunity. Like me, I'm very thankful with KCA. They gave me an opportunity. Nobody else would. They gave me an opportunity, and so I learned to practice to try to talk a little better. I'm not a like a professional, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
Exactly.
try to talk a little better. But then people tell me, be yourself. Just be yourself and just be yourself and just start. Don't try to be like
Anyone else.
big boy in the house or
Yeah.
don't try to
Yeah.
be Octavio. Be
be who you are.
Yeah, you know, be
And
who
I
you
think
are.
that that's what it is. I mean, for me, coming from LA, like being, like, being raised in LA.
You too?
Ooh,
I'm like, me
LA.
too.
That's right. He's from New York, so.
Shout out
he's-
to the East Coast as well, to New
I'm
York.
like, he's a
and
different
it's
very
side.
the
cold
Inland
over there
Empire-
right
and the
now.
Inland Empire as well, because we're here.
Yes.
It's very cold over there right now.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, I guess, being from LA and like being raised there and bringing part of that to the Inland Empire is just a lot to like be able to have connections, have people and connect and all that. That's what it's all about, networking and being around everyone else. It's just, that's how I am. That's how I was brought up by my parents.
That's good. What part of LA were you born in?
Well, I was born in East LA, but then I was raised in LA for so many years. I was raised in Highland Park. So it was like right there was where I knew everyone. I went to school. I went to elementary, middle school, half there. And then I went to Baldwin Park after. So I
Bowling
moved.
Park. That's like SGB right there. That's the
Yes.
San Gabriel Valley. For those of you who are
So
watching
I
this.
lived in Baldwin Park for years too. I went there for my pretty much from my high school years.
Yeah.
Once I finished high school, I moved over to Pomona. So I've been everywhere. I moved to Pomona and I lived in Pomona for so many years. And then we finally moved out this way and we've been here since.
Cool. Okay, so now let's get to who influenced you. Meaning, what I mean by that, like, oh man, I grew up listening to Dr. Dre, or I grew up listening to, you know what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna say the names of the rappers
You
that
could.
did,
You could.
and then I'm gonna say some from my family
Yeah,
as well.
that's true.
So, my influences expands. Of course, Eminem, like I said, 50 Cent, Nas, Master P. I have like a variety of artists. Lauryn Hill. Also, too, I listened to a lot of Missy Elliott growing up. So I listened to a mix of everything, even some Spanish music, too. I mean, my mom, she would put
Chente.
Juan
right?
Gabriel on.
Right?
Oh, my God.
Even you know what Chente is.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Celia Cruz. I listened to a lot of Celia Cruz. I listened to a lot of like Los Bukis because my mom. So I had a variety of liking everything. So that's where my interest for music came. But where it really came from was from my brother and my father. My brother, he used to, we went to gigs and he used to throw me in the pit to like freestyle to everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody already knew me. So they're like, oh, come on, here she comes. Like, blah, blah, blah. And I would always just freestyle. But my father was also in a band. So he was in a Spanish rock band. And they would go out and perform. And I think that was the love of music, too. Because after we were born, he pretty much gave up on it. But I would always hear him sing.
Right.
And I would always hear him do what he had to do. So that made me want to continue doing music. And then just my brother and my dad were the ones that mainly influenced me. And of course, all these rappers that I named. And of course, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, all of that. And then that's what I started listening more and more and just kind of perfecting my style from there.
You also came, because, excuse me if I'm nosy, but that's my job to do my homework.
It's okay.
I'm like that. But I also saw on your Instagram that, well, yeah, you have to do, when you're interviewing somebody, you have to.
Of
You have
course.
to do their homework, right? I seen that you
yeah.
came on a magazine.
Yes.
What was the name of the magazine?
The Legacy.
Legacy.
Yes.
That magazine, where can they get it at?
It's actually a digital magazine. So
Right.
on there, I've shared it on my story numerous times. So what you could do on there is go. I usually share it on my bio, or I mean on my story, is where you could look at it. I'm gonna actually put it on my bio where you can go ahead and check it out and just read into it on there, because it's a digital magazine. It's not a physical, but you could still read into it.
Like
on there.
nowadays, we have everything.
Yeah.
We read it on our phones. And
Everything's on the
so
phone or the
everything's on the
computer.
phone.
Yeah,
and everything.
I'm in everything. I'm everywhere. Like I try to get myself everywhere. Like as far as like shows, events, this and that. I try to do as much as I can, connect with people, network. I have a lot of upcoming things coming up, but this is my first interview for 2026. So I feel honored to be here
I
for
feel- I
to
feel
start
stressed.
the year to start off the year and especially being
Right here on
well,
KCAA
yes,
Radio.
Definitely. No,
News
I'm
that
saying
rocks.
out of all, like, this is the first interview for this year.
I just got it. I just had to give them a shout out. I'm like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So we already went to the influence. We could go now to how will you describe your style and what message do you bring to the community? Maybe to the community, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have my own style. I can't say I have a certain amount of style. Me, I love to wear hats. Of course, I'm wearing one. I like to have my own style. I like to have my own fit. I don't like to be anybody else. And what I bring to the community is myself, my humbleness, my realness. I'm never fake. I've never been I've always been real with everyone. So when I go into networking or these events, I walk up to people, I tell them who I am, what my name is, I follow them, and I've always gotten a positive feedback from them as well.
Right.
So it's just about networking and being humble and being together with everyone, and I think that that's what it is. And I mean, as far as I've seen everything. I've seen people come and go, but I just pretty much, that's what I'll say. That's what I bring as myself, my uniqueness, and that's pretty much what I could say.
Or sometimes what I see in this industry, and you guys probably know about this, is, and we're gonna say it how it is. I'm gonna say how it is.
Exactly.
They have, when you sign a contract with a record label, and nowadays you don't even need a record label nowadays.
You don't need a record label.
You have YouTube.
Exactly.
The problem with record labels is not all of them though, but some
Not
of
all
them
of 'em.
you don't see the little letters when they say you have to pay that back.
Mm-hmm.
You have to pay that back, and you don't
Yep.
end up making money out of that.
Exactly.
And we're talking about independent independent labels that go out there and they do that sometimes. They you don't see the little letters sometimes, and you be like, oh man, I gotta pay this back.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of artists come out later on saying, oh, they did this to me.
And I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I have him as one of, like, he knows, he reads the fine prints. Because at first, when I first started, there was people like, hey, can you sign? And then there I go, like, happy.
Yeah, they're offering her $500,000 $1 million
Yeah.
contracts.
We're excited of like, oh
Yeah,
man, I'm gonna be famous. Or I'm gonna be
and it's not only that. Like when you grow up in like poverty, or when you grow up in the ghetto, like I would say, because I did. When you grow up in these
in the neighborhood sounds
yeah,
nicer.
in the neighborhood,
In the neighborhood.
the neighborhood. Okay, sorry. In the neighborhood, or however you grew up in your style. That's what I mean. Like growing up, like you don't have much. So if you don't have much, you get excited. You get these things. You get these ventures, and you're like, oh, you're excited. You're happy. But at the same time, it's like, is it too good to be true?
Right.
So it is too good to be true at times. So I was just like, no, you know what? I'll stick to what I'm doing with my, both of us, what we do, and that's it. We don't need anybody else to
You
tell
could say
me.
that's her husband and
my,
and producer.
and my husband,
Like,
my
and producer. You
producer,
can say it.
Producer, engineer,
Yeah,
videographer,
and that's her husband
DJ.
too.
yeah, my
Agent.
husband, agent.
Yeah. So for those guys, no. No.
No, we walked away from a lot of deals. We walked away from a lot of deals. I pay attention to that fine
that's
print.
all I can say.
Yes.
Yeah, cause I sometimes never mind. We can't say that. Anyways, I'm like this.
Yes. Anyway.
Anyways,
we'll
moving
move
on.
how we? It's all
Nos
part of the show.
movemos al otro.
It's all part of the show, guys. Nah, but seriously, what separates you from? I think you already answered this. What separates Priscilla P from other Princess P from other artists? And I think you said it already, but you could go ahead and.
I think just being a versatile artist and just being myself. Like, I have respect for everybody doing it, because this is an industry where we're all working hard. We're all going our own direction. We're all doing our own things. So I think being being a part of it, like I think I'm just myself, unique, and I respect others as well. Their craft is what is important. They're working on what they're doing. I'm working on my projects my way, and that's it. And I respect that.
What I like about excuse my voice a little messed up. What I like about the new generation is now you don't have a music type.
No.
Princess P has her own style.
Yeah.
It's just Princess P style.
And the thing about her is she has a hunger. That's what separates her. She has a hunger and she has a creative drive. Not a lot of people. Anybody can
And
be a musician.
and being
Anybody
a
can be a
parent
rapper.
too. And
But
being
you
a
got to be
parent.
creative in doing this because it's a competition.
And
That's all it is. It's a competition. So it's a competition to see who can do the most. So when you have a creativity, a drive for it, you know, it takes you to places that you didn't even think you can do.
Exactly.
And she writes her own songs too.
Yeah.
She writes her own
Yeah,
songs.
there's no ghost
I
writer.
didn't.
I can attest to this. There's no ghostwriter.
Because we have
Yeah, because me and him have a different style.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
he
no.
has
Write
that
their own
New
songs.
York. He has that New York style, and he has his own style, and I have my own style,
So-
and we argue about
So
this.
why not mix it?
We do
it
mix.
a little bit. You know what I mean?
We
Like-
do.
like-
We do.
Well, we
mix
have a few
it.
songs. We
No.
have a few songs together.
We mix it, but what I mean is that we argue because I have my own way of writing, and he tries to have me do punchlines. I'm like, leave me alone with that already. I have my own way of being.
You gotta have punchlines to make
Yes,
it enjoyable.
but I wanted to have
You need
my
to
own
keep people
way.
thinking.
Yeah.
But there is some times where I do throw some punchlines in, but that comes out of my creativity. But there's times where he tells me to, oh, maybe this was something. I'm like, no.
for our listeners, what is a punch? What is it called? A
A
punch?
punchline is a metaphor. It's
Yeah.
it's something.
Like a sublime message?
So
or-
Kind of like,
so I don't know if you ever heard the G Unit song. I can't think of the name.
yeah,
right
you,
now.
you can't say that.
Anyway,
I
no,
think I know
but
what you're talking about. Like kind of like
so Lloyd Banks. I grew up on Lloyd Banks,
Like a
and he
line.
said
that everybody's
He
gonna
says a
remember.
line.
That
he
everybody's
says
gonna
one
remember.
line, but it's
We
two
can-
different ways. He says, "I got 4 rings on me, like an Audi sign." If you look at an Audi sign, Audi had 4 rings.
That
I
is
got
the-
4
that is
rings
the
on me,
New-
like an
that
Audi
is the
sign.
New York, the New York
Yeah, that's-
style.
that's
right
right,
there.
yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
that is
Okay,
the
I'm
New
like
York
making
style.
sure he
Yeah.
keeps it PG.
That- that's a-
so
that
we're
is
like,
the
if you want to
iconic
listen to the
punchline
rest,
right there.
you can listen to music
Right.
with Lloyd Banks or other artists that use punchlines.
Right.
Yeah. We don't want to say.
I probably listened to them before, but I didn't even know it was called a punchline. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's
so-
what
They're called punchlines, metaphors. You know,
Because there's also that thing. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's also that thing where they give you like a words a line that they can remember. Like when they say G unit, everybody starts saying that. They start repeating that, and they start. What is that called? Like, is that also considered a?
No, I think.
no, that's just
Gimmick?
a
So
creativity.
somebody could
creativity.
remember that.
Yeah,
like-
that's just
like
that's just
Yeah.
a creative bubble, pretty
a
much.
brand, like a brand.
brand,
Yeah,
yeah.
like a brand.
Yeah, like putting out your brand out there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if Priscilla came out with her clothing, and she started saying,
do.
or,
Dream-
or his own clothing,
Yeah.
and they start mentioning on their songs.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's gonna. Oh, I'm gonna go get that because I want to be like them. I wanna.
Yeah.
I want to be like them. Trust me, I
Yep.
used to be a kid. I wanted to be like Tupac. I wanted to be like.
I know,
I
right?
know.
Who didn't?
I wanted to be like MC Magic too, even though sometimes some people might. Anyways, shout outs to MC Magic, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm like. Anyways, let's start with walk us through your creativity process from beats to final tracks.
Well, I like to sit in the studio, just relax my mindset at times. Even at like what I do is I write. And the thing about me, I have this thing where I write, and I don't listen to the beat sometimes, but I try to make
It absolutely drives me crazy.
Yeah.
it drives him crazy, but hey, it's worked out.
You know-
So we've made it work.
You know what? I think he can answer that too.
Yes.
Because he's the one that does. You know what I mean? He does the
Yes. Oh, I can't. I was going right after her. Yeah. I was going right after her.
I'm like that.
Don't
No,
give away
you
my
can't.
secrets.
No,
going back to the secrets
it is like that though. It is like that because it's like at times, so I know it drives him crazy, but we blended in where I've gotten it to work, and he could actually tell you I've gotten it to work somewhere.
She
or another.
does. Yeah.
I've
It
gotten
takes a
it
while,
to
but
work.
yeah.
It takes a while, but then I figured out a way how to make it, how to fix it in there. but it's a lot of it. It just comes in my head too, like
know-
creativity.
You know what? No, don't feel bad because sometimes they try to get me like not to stutter a lot when I do my radio show because you're not supposed to stutter or pause a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I do that too, and it's a radio. You're supposed to continue talking. You're supposed to
Yeah.
continue talking. You don't. So that happens sometimes.
Yes.
That happens sometimes
Yeah.
when because it's a production. You're trying to run a business here. You're trying to run a show. You know, right
Exactly.
here. And that's what they're doing right now. So and that's in the music industry too. That's my point. Like,
Yeah, and my point is like there's times where I do hear the beat and then I just sit there and I write to it. There's times where I do get writer's block, don't get me wrong, but then I listen to like Eminem, 50 Cent, and I go back, I listen to Nas, I listen to a lot of that. So going back, listening to them, and that's what helps me out. So it just helps me, my mind then starts, okay. Once I listen to like the songs that I like with 50 Cent, my main song is Many Man, and that's a storytelling
ooh, man,
song.
that was
So that song
That was
gets me going because I'm like, what he's saying in the song, obviously, a lot of people might relate to it and a lot of might not. It's just the storytelling behind it. So I think that that's what helps me to keep going and continue to write and write and write.
And you notice that song brought that. Now girls will say that's my meanie man. That's my meanie man. That's my meanie man. Everybody
mean,
will-
when
even
I-
with their kids, like with their little kids,
When
they'll
we
be like,
met
oh, that's
him-
my meanie man. That's
Well-
my
When I met him, we told him. We met 50
See what I
Cent,
mean?
and we told him about the song, and we told him about how to rob, and we were going back to like he was laughing about
He
all
was starstruck when I told him I was listening to you back when you put out the Ghetto Quran.
Yeah,
He said,
was just
"Oh my God, I haven't heard about that song in a long time."
I guess because people back then the rappers from what I read of the West Coast 30, I think I'm saying it right. They say that supposedly back then, even Snoop Dogg said it before. Dr. Dre said it, that rappers used to go to the DJs and be like, "You're gonna play this. You're gonna play this."
Yeah.
Oh, so you were like, okay, because they didn't have that much security like they do nowadays.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
didn't have
no,
that
yeah.
much cameras back then. Like,
But
like
then
they do
even the
nowadays.
DJs now, DJs are hustlers. So
Oh, yeah, man.
anything for $100, I'll play it right now.
Yeah.
You know,
but you also gotta remember in the radio stations that's can do that.
Yeah.
You gotta you know what I mean because a lot of people have gotten in trouble for
yeah,
playing
and
the
I
songs.
understand, but that's what we're talking about. And I told him, and he actually kept us there for more than.
and I'll be like this.
But yeah, like that's what keeps me going. If you ask me, and there's times where if I don't get writer's block, even if I do or not, I still listen to a lot of that music just to get me back, to what I'm gonna write, even if it's a different style, but still.
I listened to a few of your songs before and I like them. I'm not
you.
saying this just because I'm promoting. No, this is real. We don't. The only thing that we put is the answers. We try to memorize the answer and that's it. But
Exactly.
we don't script nothing. What we're talking about here is real.
Yeah.
And we don't script nothing. That's just how it is. And then Joe's all like, "No, you don't. You do script it." No, you do script it. Nah, but we don't.
It is. It's
We
bad.
really don't. We,
now my side of it, my side of this whole thing, I'm a very not a nitpicker, but I'm very efficient.
right.
So if you could do something faster, and it could still have the same kind of quality,
See what I mean? See
Yeah.
what I mean?
at least wait for the drum part, so you can
Right.
structure it. Because the synthesizers, the pianos, they're not going to dictate how you're flowing. The drums do.
That's where I was going because
I still get it.
I believe rap came not just hip hop, but you can mix rap with anything, pop, rap with anything.
Oh yeah, you can.
I believe that rap came from poetry,
Yes,
rhyming.
yes.
That was real rap right there. That was not now people call it singing, rapping too, and they call it singing. But
Yeah.
I go like this, like that's not how it really.
Yeah, because they did a whole mumble
the whole-
thing.
you know what I
Yeah, and then I also did like my last album that I put out, Massive Flow. Like I did a mix of everything on that album too, and I did the beginning is the intro, the cipher. There I did a bit more of like that raw hip hop, like that going back to like old school and stuff like that.
But see, with you, it's good.
Yeah.
we don't have nothing. I mean, in my opinion, I don't have nothing bad to say. Your producer is doing a good job too.
Thank
You as
you.
a rapper, you guys need each other because it's like a team.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's behind the scenes, and
Exactly.
you're the image. You're the you know what I
Exactly.
mean. You're the one that
She's the Simba.
because there you go.
I guess if you want to call it that.
Yeah, you know,
Okay. If you want to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why nobody has not watched this movie, but if you guys have not seen it for some reason,
Exactly.
it's when he goes like this, he puts the symbol up like that. Yeah, that's what he meant by that. Like,
Yeah.
it's not no disrespect or nothing.
No,
It's
No,
just-
no, no, no.
Yeah, but
It was just a funny metaphor I thought of.
yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. We like giving that.
There's
sense
the
of-
eye rolls. There's the eye
Right.
roll.
I'm not doing anything.
She's like, I'm not
I'm
doing
not
anything.
going to start speaking Spanish. Okay, let's just say.
¿Por qué no? Why not?
Getting mad. I'm saying.
Oh no.
no, no, no.
Let's
Just
save
kidding.
that for behind the scenes.
Yes, we'll save that for behind the scenes. We'll give you a show behind the scenes.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just messing.
Do we got security ready right here? I'm like, we got security here. He's
I
like,
just-
nope. He's like, nope.
He's like, I ain't having none of that. I'm just kidding.
The security took
He
their
said, "I
day,
am your security. Don't expect me to do much."
the security took their days off right now, so we don't have security.
I'm just playing. We joke around a lot too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm joking around too because I'm a security. Normally, I'm a security, and I do the. And I
Oh, so you're the one. Okay.
He's like, no, not today. Today's
Nah,
my-
everything in here is pretty chill. Like going back to to what we were talking about the interview,
Mm-hmm.
but we like to give the show a little, a little sense of humor. You know.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, you gotta have a sense of humor.
And
Gotta change it up every now
If
and
you don't
then.
have sense of humor, then it's not gonna make it fun.
I'm gonna have to skip some questions, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why later. When I go like this, they're just not appropriate to me. I don't know
Okay.
why it gave me this questions, but
Yeah, it's okay.
anyways, I think you're gonna like this one. What challenges have you faced as a female rapper? Because I know in this industry, back
Wow.
back in the '80s and the '90s, oh, it's a man thing. Now we got a lot of female rappers nowadays.
I think my only challenge has been is keeping up with how everything's going, because I haven't had anyone be like rude or anything like that, or as far as like stuff like that. But I think my challenge is also, is what I said, is just pretty much keeping up with everything, with how everything is going current, still keeping my style and still being me. So I think that would be,
People are more open-minded now.
yeah.
They're not like back then when, female first, or like right now we even having the first female Red Ranger.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Yeah.
be the leader of the, you heard about the
Exactly.
new movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nowadays we live on a different era.
And
where I
that's
think-
good because it's more open to it, more diverse, like more of everything. So I think I think now I see how it is now. Even though growing up I listened to like I said, a lot of these are like seeing a lot of like Missy Elliott. I loved her style.
Right.
At first everyone's like, what? But
Missy Elliott was epic back.
yeah,
in the day.
epic.
Even some
Epic.
people used to be, is she a man? No, she's not a man. She's a female, but she knew how to rap.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
she
I
knew
mean?
how to rap. She had her own style.
Yeah.
And then you looked at Little Kim, Foxy, and them. They all had a different style.
Eve was good, too.
Eve was good
really
too. So you saw a different style from everything, but they were still creative. They were still in their lane, and they still all did what they had to do to pave the way for themselves, or to show people to pave the way. And I think like that's what it is.
And what I like about this new generation too is like, you just grab it doesn't matter if it's slow. It's gonna take a while. I know that when the computer's slow,
Uh-huh.
and then when you don't have money, you live in a neighborhood, you don't have money, you buy a slow computer. You be like, okay, I want to make music. I'm gonna be patient because you're waiting, you're waiting for it to load or upload, and then you're like, oh man, I remember when I used to do it. Now I got a faster computer. I could afford a faster computer. I could
Yeah.
I could do
Believe
that.
it or
now.
not, how I used to record my music was with the microphone and a speaker, and that was it. That's how we did it. And I
have phones now.
but I'm saying back then, and I still got my stuff out there, and it was on MySpace era. So I grew up from people still listening to me. No, I still have people listening to me even till this day. From like they seen my growth, they seen everything, and now it's like what? And believe it or not, I got all my music on MySpace, and that's how people were tuned into who I was back then. And even now, they're like, "Wow, you've grown a lot. Your music's gotten way better." But I still have the same following.
For those of you who don't know the new generation, for those of you,
Yeah,
we used to have MySpace, and it was MySpace Music.
MySpace music.
You used to have like a little on your profile. You used to be able to upload your own music,
Exactly.
and that give a lot of artists
That platform to use.
to use. Yeah, and then they're out there right now too. They're still out
Yeah.
there. They did their thing. That's how for those of you who listen to the Mexican region, Roberto Tapia and Larry Hernandez, they
Larry
came out from
Hernandez.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of new rappers like I heard even we could say maybe Drake, we could say maybe Nicki Minaj, Lil
Oh, yeah.
Wayne. They
Yeah, they were all
started
big on that, yep.
they started doing on MySpace. They're the
Yep.
ones that introduced
Nipsey Hussle was on there.
Nipsey Hussle as
Yeah.
well. Rest in peace to him. He was a
Yeah,
that's
and
messed up what they did to his mural over there in LA. That's messed up. And come on, my people, don't do that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
Don't
not
do that.
right.
Whatever he did in the past, we all have a dark side sometimes, but that's in the past.
yeah,
He was a good rapper.
Yeah.
he
He was
was
a good rapper
a good
and-
musician.
He had a good ending before
Yeah.
the ending.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like even though sometimes rappers are gone,
we should still show
they
respect.
still make money.
and love,
They're
yeah.
still making money though. You got Chalino too. You got Chalino making
Chalino
money.
San- yeah,
you got
Chalino Sanchez.
Jim Morrison from the Doors.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still making money
Still
to
making money.
and I don't know who they give it the money to, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna say it.
No, but all I was saying was
That's a court
going
case
back to
waiting to happen.
it. But all I was saying going back to it was just that like era, and I'm not trying to open. I wasn't trying to like, but I'm only saying because that's how it helped me out to people listen to who I was because that's how I got my music out.
That's why a lot of people thought that Tupac faked his death because
A lot of music was still.
after he. But what people don't know is that now you have a recording studio. You have music left that you never ever released in your life, and they barely released in that.
And that's what people don't realize because for all these albums, like this album, we've recorded about 75, maybe 100 songs.
See what I mean?
And we're only going to put out, what, 12?
13?
Maybe
Something.
13 as well.
Maybe
13.
14, maybe 15.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll throw a little bit extra. No, just kidding.
I heard it could.
But,
it could.
but it's the fact of the matter, we've done like so many songs. I've made so many beats, but, you know, you just don't realize that all that stuff could be just, you know, songs that he never wanted to put out and that they're just putting it out just to keep content for him.
Or also too, like now with technology, you can add, of course, AI, of course, like a lot of things.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're
don't blow our secrets.
okay. I'm only saying they could add more
Leave
to
it to the
it,
artist to
even
blow
though
up the
they're not here. No, I'm saying like even though they're not, they could still mix it in or like do a lot of things.
AI is not there yet.
No,
getting
it's
there.
not.
It's not there.
Because look at how he gave me the answer. How they gave me the answer. Sometimes you put it on chat. What is it called?
Chat GBT.
Yeah, and then it's giving you another answer, and then you're like, okay, good thing the host, like, he knows how to change the words and challenges, and that's a challenge right there.
But I'm only saying, I mean, it is what it is. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can get it.
But that's what she meant, because now even on the MPC, you have the AI to separate your
Yeah.
Yep.
thing, because let's say you messed up, and the AI fixes that.
Yep.
So that's actually helps a lot. I'm pretty sure you wish we had that back then, huh? Like when we were.
Oh my God!
like,
Back
the new
then, we wish we
generation-
had that.
The new generation has it good.
I used to have to
Yes.
record. I used to bang on the wall and record on my Razor. I remember you remember the Razor, the phone.
Razor. Oh man,
The Motorola Razor.
the flip
Yes,
phone.
the
Yeah, the
flip
flip
phone.
I used to have to record that, and then that's pretty much how I made my drums was
Exactly.
with my fist on a table and then record it that way.
You know that Dr. Dre said it once. On his headphones, he recorded Snoop Dogg. He was rapping and he just went like this, and then he just started recording him, and that's how one of his songs came out.
Yeah, it's creativity.
songs
It's
came out.
opening your mindset to different things and creating. That's what
If
it's
you
all
have
about.
a will to be creative, you'll find it.
Yeah. That's
a
how
lot
we
of
do it.
people say, "Oh, I need a studio."
Yeah, you don't need a
some
studio.
people say I need a studio, and then Dr. Dre even said I had a big studio and I still record Snoop Dogg on the headphone speaker, and that's what makes a good producer, and that's what makes the rapper too. The rapper likes that, you know what I mean, the flow and
Yeah.
everything, and because we need to understand they're a team. They're a
Yeah.
team. That's what they are. They're a team,
Yep.
and well, that's just me saying my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me saying my opinion. But let's see. Have you had let's go to the questions. Have you had to make sacrifices to stay true to your vision?
Yeah, I mean, not sacrifices. I wouldn't say sacrifices, but I think I worked hard for what I want to get done. But a lot of it also too, like I think like being a mom too, having a business as well, having all that, that's a sacrifice that you have to do too because right now sitting here, yeah, I'm here, I'm doing an interview, but I have to, my kids, I have to, make sure that they're with my parents and my parents are very helpful. So that's one of my sacrifices too because it's like, music, but I involve my kids in it too. So my kids really go in the studio, they listen.
Our daughter just performed with her in July.
Yeah,
Really?
she performed with me
So-
last year.
I don't know if you've heard Summer Nights.
It's a reggaeton.
But wait, reggaeton summer
the
night?
My song.
Oh, your version. You made
Yeah.
it to reggaeton?
I made a
I'm
song
like,
called
wow.
Summer Nights. So my daughter's
Because I
on
know
the,
little Rob has a
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
called
but
Summer
mine
Nights.
is Summer Nights, a reggaeton song that I did, and my daughter's on the hook.
Yeah, she just recorded something just messing around and it sounded good. So
She's like Summer Nights, Summer Nights, like her little voice.
But if you notice, a lot of titles from songs sound similar. It's normal. It doesn't mean it's the same. It's the same song. It
No,
could be-
yeah, it's
'cause a lot of people. Oh, Little Rock. No, dude, that's
and
Princess P.
I
That's
respect.
Princess P right
And
there.
that was, I missed them last week at that event that I went to, but because we had something to do, but still, like even being part of like these events and all that, and just going to see all these things. But I'm like, I know I'll catch him at the next one
Right.
because I really like his music and stuff. So yeah.
I mean, who doesn't? We grew up with that. I see that we have things in common. We grew up with
Yeah.
the same music,
Yeah.
like the Chicano rap when
I like a lot of it.
Mr. Capone,
Yeah.
Mr. Criminal. People say a lot of things, but we don't care about their personal lives.
I
All we
don't-
care about is their music.
I
Yeah,
like
their
the music. I mean, I grew up with that. He has a different style, of course, because he
Right.
grew up in New York.
Right.
But even now with the whole lowriding scene and all that, that's getting more even. It's becoming more popular now. Even now with the new generation,
see, I was
a
the
lot of it.
outcast. I was the outcast over there. I was in New York, but I was listening to West Side Connection.
Yeah, because
Tupac.
you notice that they have lowriders now too in New York.
Yeah.
I listen to Kid Frost.
That was
Yeah,
I love-
but he didn't
I
know
love
about-
cars. I love cars,
he
and
didn't know
lowriders was
that.
good.
He said that wasn't big out there.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't.
big.
It
No.
wasn't because I have Miss Gatis. I don't know if you know who she is. She's from
I've heard of her. Yeah.
I interviewed her before when I used to have another podcast called Nos Talentos, and she told me the thing about here, we do have Mexicans. We have Mexicans, Latinos too, but they're different type of
It's different.
it's more Dominicans and Puerto
Yeah,
Ricans over there.
because speaking about that, when we went to New York, his dad asked me to take him to a Mexican restaurant. No shade. Mexican food here is the best. I mean, of course,
yeah, it's
you
not even
won't
close.
find that over there. It's more of Colombian, food,
Dominican,
Peruvian,
Republican.
yeah, Dominican food.
Which is it's good food too.
It's good food.
It's good food
but
too. Like,
he was
this is
trying
good
to,
food.
he was asking me, and I'm like, I can't tell you if that dish is good or not because it's not authentic Mexican food,
Right.
like it is. But no shade. Of course, the food is good. But what I'm trying to say, it wasn't opened out there like as it is now. Now it's opening more and more and more. And, a lot of artists are actually opening it up over their doors more out for like that scene and that type of music and stuff.
You see Miss Gatis repping the. I like how she reps that. She still has that New York style, but she's repping it mixed with the West Coast style, like the lowrider Chicano rap. Nobody knew about Chicano rap over there. They hardly play Chicano rap over there. We'll play
Yeah.
more like
I think the only Chicano rapper they really played was Lil Rob. Kid Frost.
Yeah,
That was,
but that's a different level right there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's-
different
that's-
level
yeah.
right there. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on
Yeah.
like that. It's like MC Magic. He came from Arizona.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, he's normally born in Nogales, Mexico, but he was raised in Arizona. In Arizona, and
You see, music takes you, it could take you everywhere. And that's another reason, too. Like, I've done, interviews for the East Coast, too. So when they see, like, a West Coast, they're like, oh, my God, we love your sound. No, they love the
'Cause it's
sound.
something they never heard before,
There's
so
nothing
they-
they've ever heard before. But, like, things like that. So that's what I mean.
it's like also when you're an artist, I think this is a good topic to bring out. We got to be careful when we say our opinions too, because you seen what happened to MC Magic, because he said his opinion. You
Yeah.
know, like he's not a bad person. He just said his opinion. That's all he said. You know what I mean? He just
Yeah,
said his
but that's
opinion,
why
but
I don't
that's
like
why we
speaking
don't bring
about all that.
politics and nothing like that.
I'm not
we never
talking-
bring nothing like
Religion.
that because it gets too
Too personal.
Too personal. Yeah.
Like you said, their personal business is their personal business. I just
Yeah.
respect the artistry, the behind what they do,
The
and how
creativity,
the
the
creativity
They
and
should
how
like it
hard
for
they
his
work.
music, not because of that's his personal life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why we start following them because of
I
the
mean,
music.
also too, I think
That's what I
also
thought.
too with social media twists a lot of things. So I get why people maybe will be mad or
True.
have their own opinion.
Because the things that are happening right
But
now.
the things that are happening right
Yeah.
now and all that. So I mean, I respect, like I said, the creativity and the artist. That's all like what I feel like it is. But I mean, it's not like you're shelling yourself out of what's happening. Of course, we're all seeing it. We all see it, and pretty much that's it.
let's just put it like that. It's in a professional level.
Yes.
Yeah.
We sometimes in a business, a lot of people might criticize me, but it's true. In a business, if there's money involved, it's business.
Yeah.
It's business. We have to put our differences to the side. Let's negotiate. Let's make business. That's how you run a business. If not, you can end up bankrupt. You can end up
Exactly.
bankrupt, and that's how it is. I'm sorry but it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry, it's
like I
true.
said, it's all about
Yeah,
creativity and how people, like all these artists we're talking about, MC Magic, Little Rob, you name them all, like Mr. Capone,
And
I
Mr.
can-
Capone was not a real Chicano, and
Ah,
but that's a
but
lie right there.
that's something that you see. That's something that it's not that you don't care about it. It's just the way that they worked hard. Like even Miss
Yeah.
Crazy too. I love her, like her style, her like the way she came out when she first came out, Miss Crazy. So she's good too, and some of her music also influenced me too because of that. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna close this. There might be a part 2 because we have a lot to
Ooh.
talk about.
Yes.
We're gonna close this because we're running out of time. This is News That Rocks on KCAA Radio, 1050 AM and 106.5 FM, and you can follow them where?
You can follow me on Instagram at IamQueenP_, and you can find everything on there, all my latest stuff.
YouTube is DJ Swizzy Swift. You can find me on Instagram at @the_real_Swizzy_Swift. There's a long story to that one.
And this was News That Rocks, and we are out.
Yes.